Forgive me if I'm wrong, but she's heavy.
It's all relative, isn't it?
Now, all this week, we're going behind the scenes at Stansted Airport to find out what makes it tick. Last night, the huge operation behind the arrival of a passenger jet.
Tonight, we focus on the role of the UK Border Agency. Its job is to prevent illegal immigrants and drug smugglers from entering the country. Ian Barmer has tonight's look inside Stansted.
Stephen Giles Medhurst is a senior detection manager. In his hands, a lot of fake travellers' checks.
These were seized this morning, packaged to an address in London from Benin. Paperwork is completely naff, colours are all wrong. Equivalent value, if these were to be able to be exchanged on the, for UK currency, is £140,000.
Stephen works for the UK Border Agency. It's brought customs, immigration and visa services together in one organisation with one uniform. Flying to Stansted now and passport control has gone. Very clearly, it's the UK border.
As UKBA, our success is protecting the border and securing the borders of the United Kingdom. So we're stopping people being smuggled in, people with fake passports, if we're stopping people bringing in contraband. All those are measures of our success.
This is a UK Border Agency storeroom in the bowels of the airport.
In here, this is where we secure seizures in case of what we have in here at the moment, are seizures made in the last 24 hours, 36 hours here at Stansted.
It's mostly rolling tobacco, cigarettes, fake Walkmans, but not all.
In this cupboard we have a number of drug seizures that have been made recently, mainly fast parcels, heroin, and in this case cocaine that we've made seizures of.
The UK BA won't say how many Class A drugs they seize at Stansted, only that it's a significant amount. Some smugglers swallow drug pellets. They're x-rayed to show the evidence.
And here we've got some suspicious packages that we would suspect as being internal concealment.
So someone is swallowing drugs?
Yeah, this is someone who's swallowed drugs.
Then there's a drug toilet for nature to take its course.
So water flushes through here, machine's turned on, and you basically flush the packages, secure the evidence, and that's taken away. This is the size of package that someone may typically have swallowed.
And what's in them?
Well, this will be any Class A drug, potentially.
Last year at Stansted, officers seized 10 million cigarettes, 7 tonnes of tobacco, 2.5 tonnes of illegal foodstuffs. 2,000 people were refused entry and 150 were imprisoned for document offences. This is routine, 500 kilos of tobacco hidden in a consignment of trainers and cushions from China, painstakingly stitched into each sole.
There is obviously a lot to do and a lot to check, and obviously we have to target our resources accordingly, and therefore we will actually target to the high-risk areas that we need to look at.
And it's a balancing act, allowing travellers to pass quickly through the airport while clamping down on the few who break the law. Ian Barmer, BBC Look East, Stansted.
Wasn't that fascinating?
And tomorrow we'll turn our attention to the controversial second runway at Stansted. Our political correspondent Andrew Sinclair will be asking, will it ever happen? We'll also be talking to the commercial director from Stansted Airport. So if you've got any questions you'd like us to put to him, you can contact us in the usual way.
I've been picking apples and plums, and every one I picked in my garden seemed to have 2 or 3 wasps in it. You've been attacked by?
We had a hornet's nest dealt with yesterday.
Which leads us very nicely to our story.
Not until my husband's been stung by one, but our environment reporter Richard Daniels has been finding out why there seem to be so many wasps around this summer.
They're one of our most detested insects, a creature most of us despise. But it's been a bumper summer for the wasp. Russell Khan has never known a year like it. For the past 2 months, the phone has hardly stopped. He's been working dawn to dusk, dealing with wasp nests.
Well, I've been doing this for 6 years now, and this is certainly my busiest season, and also the earliest. It sort of started much earlier than normal. When I expected it to be quiet, we got very busy very early.
In recent years, wasps have struggled due to wet, cold springs, but this spring was dry and warm, perfect for queen wasps emerging from hibernation to start new nests.
The nest is actually made up of chewed up wood it's like a wood mache. Sometimes you see the wasps on tables and fences just collecting wood, and inside houses you can hear them ticking away as they build the nests.
And these are the cells here?
And these are the cells. So this is they're amazing structures. I mean, the engineering that has gone into this is just quite outstanding. And you can see this is one that has been treated. There's some dead wasps in it. You can see the size of the cells, and then the grubs would be in these bits, but it's been killed off now, so you can't see them properly.
In Cambridgeshire, one recycling centre had to close briefly because of wasps. Now they've installed wasp traps. But wasps don't just sting and annoy. A healthy wasp population, apparently, is a good thing.
They've got their place in the balance of nature. They feed on other insects, and thereby keeping those other insects to lower numbers than be otherwise. So there'd be far more nuisance flies and other such insects if it wasn't for the wasps.
Wasp nests remain active well into autumn, so we'll have to learn to live with them for a while yet. Richard Daniel, BBC Look East.
You see, that was fascinating
Yep,
as well.
learnt a lot there.
Yeah.
Now, moving house can be stressful at the best of times, can't it? But for two young ladies today, everything went like clockwork.
They are two white rhinos who were introduced to the small herd at Woburn Safari Park near Milton Keynes. And there's a serious side to the move. Staff hope nature will take its course and more young rhinos will soon be padding around.
There are hundreds of animals across this 420-acre park, and staff here at Woburn have been working on a brand new rhino enclosure for years. It'll be Europe's biggest white rhino facility, housing the existing herd and now another two very special ladies.
Here comes the
Meet Makuzi and Matuba, white rhinos from South Africa. They've travelled across 8 countries for 3 days on sea, air and land.
It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal for me personally. It's a huge deal for Woburn, and it's really big news for the European breeding programme. So it's massive all round.
The new additions have been brought in as part of the new European breeding programme. Worldwide, there are around 17,000, but in the 19th century, their number became as low as 30. White rhinos are the world's biggest grazing animals. They eat approximately 100 kilos of grass a day. And even though they can weigh up to 2.5 tons, that doesn't stop them running at speeds of 30 miles per hour. Woburn hope to double their number to 12. And for Dr. Jake Veazey, this is the realisation of a 10-year dream.
Growing up, rhino populations were falling off of the face of the earth. I just became really passionate about not allowing that to happen. And I always dreamed of breeding rhino here in Europe. And so, to me personally, this is just a dream come true.
The team will start to integrate Makuzi and Matuba to the herd in a month's time. But for now, the girls are settling in and just enjoying their new VIP status. Joe Black, BBC Look East.
And they reverse that.
I know.
I like that. That was rather
Can't turn
sweet.
around. I hope there's some chemistry. Poor things.
Fingers crossed.
You've got some great photos, haven't you?
I like the idea of rhino chemistry. Yes, some amazing photographs. The Suffolk Wildlife Trust for the past 11 years has run an annual photographic competition, and this is the winner for 2009. This moth taken by Catherine on a north-facing windowsill in natural light. It's absolutely incredible, and also highly commended this cheeky chap. Brilliant, snapped by David, who was actually last year's winner. Two absolutely amazing photographs. Well done to the both of you. Now, our forecast is about to hot up.